All right, that's the global market action. How will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining us bright and early to tell you just that. The trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Vivek, let me come across to you first. What is the market setup looking like today?
Well, good morning. After a very strong November, what we actually saw was the start to December was quite weak. Most of the US markets ended lower for the week. And in fact, when you're talking about the entire global commodity rally, even that actually saw significant risk of, especially crude oil prices falling almost 10% last week. Now, this particular week, a lot of focus will be on various meets as far as, Fed banks are concerned. Number one, you have the US CPI data coming in. You also have the FOMC meet outcome on 14 December. Markets will be very keenly anticipating that particular meeting. The ECB as well as BOE, all of them are meeting this particular week. Now, along with that, when you're talking about our own markets, how do we take cues from all of this? India actually underperformed the region last week. Indian Nifty fell over 1% in the week gone by, mainly dragged lower by IT as well as realty indices. But a lot of action even as far as the Indian markets are concerned. You have the November CPI data, you have the October IIP data that is scheduled in today's trading session. Now, also, primary market action is expected to be quite hot. You have the Sula Vineyards IPO opening today. You also have the Landmark IPO opening today. And there is a new listing as well in today's trading session. So Unipart, that particular company will make its debut on the exchanges today. A lot of action, but however, global cues indicating a weak opening. Asia is quite weak and SGX Nifty 2 is indicating a subdued opening for our own markets.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that, Vivek. Let me go across to Surbhi now, who will list out all the stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. Hey, Surbhi.
Hi, thanks for that. I have a few stocks on my radar today. The first one is Poonawalla FinCorp. There's going to be a board meet on 14th of December to evaluate proposal for fundraise for controlling stake in Poonawalla Housing Finance. Next is AFL India. Again, a board meet on December 14th to consider issue of securities via preferential issue. Next is RVNL, which has formed a joint venture with the company Kyrgyz Industry OJSE for construction of railroad and other infrastructure projects in Kyrgyz Republic. ISMT is entered into a business transfer agreement for sale of 40 megawatt captive power plant on a slump sale basis for 66 crores. PSP projects, they have received a letter of intent for civil construction work of high-rise residential towers worth 122 crores. Adani Total is going to set up e-vehicle charging stations in 8 cities. And lastly, Trident, which has come up with a monthly business update where their bath linen has grown 10% on a month-on-month basis, their bed linen has grown 15% on a month-on-month basis, and the yarn has grown 16% on a month-on-month basis.
Okay, all right, Surbhi, thank you so much for that. Finally, Manglam is joining in with all the cues from the F&O space. Hey, Manglam.
Good morning. So, the Nifty over the last couple of days has seen a bit of a downtick, and it's now corrected about 2% from the record high that it hit on December 1 itself. And the SGX Nifty indicates that the start could be further weak. There are a bunch of factors for that. One, global weakness that we're seeing. Secondly, as a result of which, the FIs have been selling in the cash market for the last 5 trading sessions. In fact, on Friday as well, we saw a sell of close to around 635 odd, or rather 158 odd crores. Importantly, the FIs sold about almost 5,700 crores in the month of December so far, and not only in the cash market, they've been selling in index futures as well. In Friday's trading session, we did see sell or unwinding of close to around 6,600 contracts on the long side, and a further addition of 3,200 short contracts. So what does this mean? At peak December 1, the Nifty FII positioning on the index futures side was 75%. On the long side, 25% shorts, and now shorts have increased to 42%, and the FII longs are at 58 odd percent. Not only are they selling in index futures, they also selling index options. On Friday, they sold almost 2.3 lakh index calls, and that compares with only 70,000 puts that they sold. And that's telling you that there is a fair amount of congestion on the way up. 18,600, 18,700, and 18,500. All these 3 strikes saw an open interest addition of almost 1.6 crore shares for a combined premium anywhere between 40 to 100 odd rupees. And that's telling you that, 18,650 to 18,750 would be an important resistance zone. However, 3 data points that suggest that maybe risk rewards favor longs right now. What are those data points? On Friday, the Nifty recovered from the lows and closed just at the 20-day moving average. So that's where we are. At the lower levels, we do have support in the form of Friday's low of 18,410 and the 20-day exponential moving average of 18,465. And the third part is that the Nifty put call ratio is at 0.7 0.75. Usually from levels close to 0.7 to 0.75, we do see a bit of a bounce out there. The SGX Nifty, like I said, indicates a dip. Question is whether this gets bought into or not.
Yes, we'll wait and watch. Mangalam, Surbhi and Vivek, thank you so much for joining us and telling us what to expect from the trading day ahead. In fact, let's also do one thing. Let's get you an update on commodities. Crude prices settled lower after a volatile session on Friday. Both the WTI and Brent benchmarks fell over 10% for the week, the biggest decline in months. This after soft economic data from Europe, the United States and China led to fears of a recession, causing a drop in demand for crude and petro products as well. We'll now slip into a short break. Up next, India's biggest winemaker, Sula Vineyards IPO will open for subscription today. We'll tell you all that you need to know about the issue after this short break. Stay tuned.